This is a podcast of hope. Close the door, put out the light. You know they won't be home tonight. You chose the path where no one goes. We hold no quarter. Trumpsessed! Are you Trumpsessed? 162 talking heads weighing in on Trump-McCain drama. The endless Donald loop. Blame the media. Are you Trumpsessed? You better get yourself a Trump priest and perform a Trump exorcist for your Trump demon that's Trumpsessing you. Politics is just one big stage. As Rush said, the world is a stage. Fly by night away from here. Fly do 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 with Neil Peart on the drums. Digga 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 digga. Dude, Neil Peart has got to be the best drummer, if not best drum kit in the world. I bow down to you, Neil Peart. I am not worthy. I am not worthy. And that lead singer has a more distinctive voice than anyone I can think of. Fly by night away from here. And it turns again. Digga 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 digga. Haha. Listen to some Rush, baby. Fly by night. So if you're not into 80s hair metal or politics, I wanted to do this new one all about a cool concept that's kind of like gravity, where it's kind of a law, but nobody really knows. Like time and gravity, are just like concepts that no one quite understands. I'm fiddling in my chair right now, but their idea of the why next topic is everybody has their own rendition of it. Everyone's familiar with it, but yet no one has a clear, I don't know, I'm sure there's an Oxford definition, but there is no like definite, oh, that's what it is, that's what you mean by it. And what I mean is magic. I want to talk about magic. Harry Potter's got magic. The newest everybody's heard that saying, the newest technology is essentially magic. If you have the newest thing, you are a wizard, because no one knows how it works, but it works, and it's the newest, coolest thing. It's magic. One interesting guy that I was looking into it and reading about was Aleister Crowley has magic with a K. Everybody has the idea of like street magic. Chris Angel, where he's making stuff levitate and he's doing crazy stuff. David Blaine, where he's holding his breath, magic. David Copperfield, magic. Las Vegas, essentially magic. But also there's a card game, Magic, that I just recently got into called Magic the Gathering, where you're drawing cards, which are essentially random numbered generators. They're essentially random number generators. You draw cards, and if you can visualize what card you want to draw, that card comes up, and that's been scientifically proven through random number generators, where people think about a number and then they turn the machine on, which just makes a random number, and the number that people were thinking about is the number that's generated on the machine. So essentially that's what this magic game is about, and that's what I wanted to talk about, was the cool idea of how they took this far out concept and turned it into a card game, or essentially the idea of magic and how it's everywhere, and yet no one seems to talk about it as much as we seem to talk about how gravity is everywhere, and no one seems to talk about it as much. Even though, I don't know, we talk about gravity like, oh, we fell. Not magic like, oh, it's coincidence. Like, I don't know, it's very, very strange. And I wanted to at least kind of point that out, that when you draw a card from a deck when you're playing poker, like if you are a very, very mindful Buddhist monk, I bet you would kick butt at a poker table and just visualize, like, I'd like to be very wealthy, or not, I don't know, a monk wouldn't really think that, but I think if they played poker for fun, a monk would kick butt, because they're playing it for fun. If you play Magic for fun, I think you would kick a butt because you're playing it for fun. Excuse me. But the idea of blowing up shit with a wand, or like Chris Angel has blown up boxes with people in them, but they didn't blow up, or like crazy extreme magic like that is a fun concept. And yeah, there's Merlin who put Merlin had and Gandalf kind of esque wizards where they can just shoot Dragon Ball Z fireballs and stuff. But the other idea of magic, where you're kind of drawing and manipulating the vibrations around you and drawing it closer to you, is the magic that I seem to that fascinates me. That's the idea that I'm really, really fascinated with, and that's why I like the idea of these card games being random number generators. I like the idea of old practitioners of magic and occultism and old school like paganism and mindfulness of Buddhism, and how it all kind of correlates into the same. You put out what you put in, and very, very wise ideas like that. So I wanted to get that idea out to you, and that magic is all around us, and all those cliches are so even more true, and they seem like brighter to me. Those ideas seem brighter to me than they used to. The ideas of like, everything is magic. That's what everything is. It's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of the vibrations you're sending out, and you look it in. Like, if you have to go do something, what you want to get out of it is what's going to get out of it. If you know it's going to be a bad time, it's going to be a bad time. If you want to make it a good time, it's going to be a good time. So I want this podcast to be a good time, and I wanted to make sure you reach it and feel well, so I'm sending out my positive vibrations to you, like I was told to do, through vibrations that were sent to me. So now I'm reflecting them back to you. If you're listening to this, I hope you have very, very good karma and wonderful, wonderful things come towards you. Even when the bad stuff happens, you still have a lot of good stuff to look forward to. And it's a game like the monk. It's just a big poker game. So I have fun while you're playing it. The house always wins, but it's a game. So I don't know if that helps with some of that wisdom. But that's the way it seems to be, and I love the idea of magic. So if anybody has any cool magic stories or cool magic coincidences or anything along those lines, I would love to hear them. Please send us an email at no25andrew@gmail. It would be wonderfully wonderful. Let me pull up some notes here I wanted to talk about. Well, kind of some just things that I wanted to spit out to you guys. Here, how about this? Here's an idea. I heard this. Cameras can change lives. Do you have a camera? Are you a good photographer? Start taking pictures. There's so many gorgeous photos, just like single photos that have seriously changed people's lives. The one that comes to mind is there's a National Geographic cover of, I think it was an Afghanistan woman, young woman, with this like the most gorgeous blue eyes, and she's staring at you. And there's another one that comes to mind. It's a starving black kid from Africa with a descended stomach, and he's like on the ground, and there's like a vulture right next to him, and they took a picture. And those cameras changed those people's lives, because I know of the stories behind the two photographers that took those two pictures. The one guy with the vulture and the baby, he killed himself because of the shame he received from not essentially helping this refugee kid when all he did was took a picture to raise awareness. He ended up killing himself. And the guy who took the picture of the woman with the deep, gorgeous blue eyes from Afghanistan, I think she ended up dying because of the Afghanistan war a few months after the photo was taken, and then it was printed on the cover of National Geographic, and then hundreds of thousands of people contacted the magazine to see what happened to her, and they said she's gone. I'm not sure if that's 100% true in that second one, but that first one's true. The photographer definitely killed himself. But the other photographer from National Geographic, who took the photo of the woman, is still working for National Geographic. He was in a documentary about photographs and about cameras and about how the idea of perspective and capturing the perfect perspective at the right moment with the camera tool can literally change someone's life, and that's what I find fascinating. I used to hate cameras. I do still kind of hate my picture being taken, but I see the potential of taking pictures and how powerful they are. I think we're just overusing this tool. People taking selfies of just like them on the toilet. I don't know. That can be done artfully, like I said, through the right perspective, and the right moment. It can be done beautifully, but I guess what I'm saying, you have to choose the right perspective on the right moment. At least for me, I guess everybody's guilty of taking selfies and and overusing the camera tool, but we have it now, so why not? It's gorgeous. It's the coolest thing. iPhone 6 cameras are the coolest fucking thing I've seen. That slow-mo shit that they got is so cool. I want to use that shit on my fish tanks. I want to use that shit on everything. Like, just, you are going to be able to see high def everybody. Good luck using Tinder when everyone's photos are high def and shit. Everyone's going to be fucked, because they're going to see everything. They're like, oh, what's that scar? Oh, you could see the fucking 4-year-old scar that I got when I fell out of a tree 4 years ago. Like, you could see that in that photo that I sent you. Holy shit. I don't know. That's just my idea, but it's a powerful tool. We have a lot of cool tools, us humans. Using the right ones can totally get you crazy far if you use the right tools. If you have the opportunity to use those tools too. I like the analogy where someone said life's like a video game where you get respawned, and some people get respawned in a bad spot with a shitty gun. Some people get spawned in a good spot with a great gun. So it all depends on it. But it's all that fucking goddamn video game. So that's the thing. That's what the Buddhist monk would say when he's playing. If the Buddhist monk wasn't playing poker and he was playing video games, he'd be like, let's just have fun with this instead. Alright, well, thanks for listening. I know I was a little jiffy and giffy and the herby-derby. Who was that Supreme Court judge? It was all pure applesauce and hibbledy-bibbledy and whatever he called it. It was a little bit like that in the beginning, but hopefully it got a little better. Hopefully you guys got a good listen. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe. If you want, you don't have to do anything. I'm No 25 Andrew, No Quarter Podcast. Thank you. Walking side by side with death, the devil mocks their every step. Snow drives back, the foot that's slow, the dogs of doom are howling more. They ask no quarter.